Well, who hasn't forgotten a name or two when telling a story or meeting somebody?
Not you.
Never, never. Well, for everyone else, we have the two-time Guinness World Record holder for the greatest memory here today to show us how to improve your memory, okay? So please welcome, what's his name? Dave Farrow. Come on, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
Hello, Dave. How are you?
How you doing?
No,
How are you,
Dave? Thank you very much.
Dave, I have the worst memory. I almost instantly forget somebody's name. They tell me and it's gone.
Well, I'm here to help. I'm here to help. And you know what? Anybody can get good at this. Of course, I'm doing an extreme example here, but anybody can learn how to remember people's names. You actually have the talent. You just have to have, you know, the skill. It's kind of like you have this amazing car in your head, but you just don't know how to drive it. So you're like pushing it down the street. That's kind of
So
similar
you
amount of
started
effort.
this as a young boy because you had sort of a problem, right?
Yeah, a lot of people think I was like gifted. I was playing the oboe at 6 or something crazy like that. But actually, I was diagnosed with ADHD and dyslexia in high school. You know, as you know, those sorts of things affect your self-esteem, self-worth. So I looked to find every solution I could possibly find. I found some great solutions. I invented some new techniques, and one of the first people to actually do that. And this is something that it's more than a parlor trick. It's something that you can really use, and of course, we need to use it nowadays because you know.
So do you want to tell us how you're doing this, or do you want to demonstrate it first? Shall we go to first?
Okay, let's do a
Here's what he
demonstration.
did while this show was in progress. He was going around during commercial breaks, spending a little time with the audience, and,
I remember
and getting
a few people
everyone's name and hopefully remembering it right now. So I tell you what, I am going to. How about that gentleman in the yellow shirt up there? Why don't you stand up, sir? What's this guy's name?
Yellow shirt. Oh man,
I missed
I've got
that.
one.
Did you?
How about this young boy here? Young boy.
Oh, that's Mark.
Hi.
Mark. Hey,
Hi,
Mark.
Dave.
How you doing?
There's a pretty blonde is sitting right in front of Mark.
Well, you got to narrow it down here a little bit.
Could you stand up? Stand up. There you go.
That's Josephine. The toughest name actually was Stavrula right there.
Stavrula.
Hi, Stavrola.
Yeah. And she's sitting with Anthony and Tony and of course Mark, and she was.
Let me ask you a question. I would
Jody.
think Stavrola would be easy to remember because that's such an atypical name. It's not a name you hear all the time.
There's lots of times when you encounter someone's name and you think, oh, I have a cousin with that name, or my brother's that name, or something. You just assume that you're going to do, you know, you're going to do a great job. But unless you actually find a way to imagine and visualize it and link it, then you're not going to remember it. I'm going to tell you guys a few secrets on how to do that.
Gelman wants one more from the audience. How about this lady over here with the glasses? She's four seats in, lady.
Oh,
the white shirt.
Well,
yes.
I saw the lady
Could you
with her hand
stand up, lady? Yes,
Oh,
sure.
yeah, that's it's Mr. and Mrs. Myers, and that's Shirley.
That's correct.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Now you're showing me something.
And Karen beside and Eric, they're all
Let me
together
ask you a
there.
question. Shirley, when you saw Shirley, what linked Shirley into your head? Because
Now, yeah.
I look at Shirley, and you to me look like a Marie.
And that is the biggest mistake people make with names is they see, what does this person look like? You know,
Right.
they look at me, do they look like a Mike or something? And the first thing you should actually do is try to find some way to imagine the name. If you find somebody who doesn't look anything like their name, it'll actually stand out so much that you'll remember it. So I mean, for example, like my name's Dave, so think of a wave knocking me over, and the next time you see me, you'll remember that wave.
Yeah.
My last name's Farrow, so of course you might think of like Mia Farrow, so if you think of a wave knocking Mia Farrow over, then you remember that, and I'm actually distantly related to Mia Farrow, so it actually works.
That's a good way to do it. Now, you know, he has 2 world records in the Guinness World Record book for memory work. We're going to put him through the paces. This is how I think.
But this is a real challenge here, because we're on camera.
10 decks of cards, you know, 52 cards.
So you've memorized all these decks of cards.
Yeah, they were all shuffled randomly by volunteers.
So what we have to do now is pick out one deck.
You pick out a deck, and I'll find it in my head. Like the first bunch, in the, pick a deck. We'll do with the first few in that deck. We'll do deck number 9 then.
Okay, number 9.
All right. So number 9. Okay, so we start off with I start off with the 10 of hearts, then the from the top, and then after that would be the 5 of spades. Then
Watching this, folks, close up.
Then the the Jack of clubs, the 7
close
of
up.
hearts. And then after that we have the 8 of hearts,
There
and
you
then and then that'll be the Queen of clubs, then the 5 of diamonds, then the King of clubs, the 10 of spades.
Oh my God, this guy's running out of money.
The 9 of hearts, the 3 of spades. Thank you very much.
Wow, pretty darn good.
Yeah. So this is. Thank you very much.
Nice job, David.
So this is real. I mean, obviously, I'm not infallible. I can't, never make a mistake.
Right, sure.
But what it does is it brings you to such a level. It really, what I can show you how to do is really use your brain to its utmost limit, and we have to. Otherwise, it's not going to.
And we're going to do that as soon as we come back. Okay?
Absolutely.
We're going to improve your memory when we come back.
What's the reach?
Well, with Dave Farrow here, a memory expert. Everybody has a little problem with their memory, so let's get some tips now. How do you remember a person's name? Sometime in the middle of the show, it evades us.
This is a skill, and I don't expect you guys to learn it overnight, so that's why I say play around with it. Have fun with it right now. So if you meet somebody named Mike, that's a simple name.
Okay.
Imagine him carrying a giant boom mic, like a giant boom microphone. You meet someone named, Tom, you think him like a cat. Imagine like a cat scratching them or something.
All right.
Make it interesting, make it weird. That's why I say make it a costume. If it's boring, your brain will forget about it. And that's really important for kids as well. You were asking about your kids.
Right.
And that's really important. Kids catch on to this so well, even faster than adults.
Right.
Because the same part of your brain that activates memory is your creative centers as well.
Does it work for when you lose an item, a key or something, you can't remember where it was?
Oh, I got something great for that. If you always lose something, try this just right after you get off the show, right away. Try this next time. When you set something down, imagine that somebody put a firecracker on it and it explodes. I kid you not, it sounds silly, but if you just put it on a coffee table and you imagine that my keys have a firecracker on it and they go boom, then you can go throughout your whole day, the next day, and you think of your keys, immediately that explosion pops into your head, and it always works every single time. Now, if you've already forgotten it, you have a mental block, and generally what people do is they're saying, oh, where is it, where is it, where is it, where is it, and they're hitting that block again like a fly hitting a window. It doesn't work.
Sure.
The way to get around a mental block is to ask yourself questions. This is a technique I developed called shadow memories, and basically you ask yourself questions that you know the answer to, like, how many keys do I have on the keychain? Who gave me that keychain? Things like that. By the time you get to the third or fourth question,
that will bring you to the keychain.
So ask yourself things that you do know to get to what you don't know. And
do you have to exercise your brain to really capture this whole theory?
Oh yeah, it's very important to exercise your brain. And actually, people who are more physical, you can actually exercise your brain by exercising your body too. We actually have something called the brain dance or the memory dance that I'm going to get you to help me out with here.
So you take a workout, you'll feel better, and your brain will function better.
Any sort of dance move or martial arts kata, any sort of moves that you have to remember in a row will stimulate your brain. But we're going to do one that actually helps connect the two hemispheres of the brain together. Okay? So the way you do that physically, literally, is when I move my right arm, I'm using the left hemisphere. When I move my left arm, I'm using the right hemisphere. So if I connect the two like this, so follow with me here.
Yeah.
1, 2, and then behind. 1, 2. All right.
No, wait a minute.
Cross them. There you go. See, it's working. You cross them opposite.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun. Okay.
Try the elbows here. Try the elbows. Okay. Now try to do it all in a row. Okay. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then as close as you can. Close as you can. Oh yeah, you're doing great. Now let's do it. Let's do it real quickly.
There's the key right there. All right, we get John done. For more information on how to improve your memory, go to our website for Dave Farrow, okay? Information on him. Thanks, Dave.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We'll be right back in a moment. Your name is Kelly. Right.